Movie Return of the Kung Fu Dragon, 1976. Kung Fu, the weirdest of the martial arts. You never see a devotee of judo using her martial prowess to put her hands all over a street vendor's stock of steamed buns, or a karate master hanging out with a red-nosed androgynous dwarf who looks like Bjork's stunt double. Even American kickboxers look dignified by comparison. But it's the on-the-cheap craziness of the comic book kung fu inspired by Bruce Lee's 70s box office success that makes this short-lived but demented subgenre so lovable. Please give your opinions on and suggestions to improve the video on Sao in the comments section. Return of the Kung Fu Dragon is, at the same time, one of the most ambitious and the least competent of Taiwan's action offerings of the period. There's a childishness to the gaudy presentation, with the bright colors and wizards and princesses and invisible dwarfs, which suggests that Dragon may have been aimed at Taiwanese kids, although of course in the US it played drive-ins and UHF, Kung Fu theater, venues rather than kiddie matinees. Dragon is constantly throwing so many new characters and twists at you that, if the story wasn't ultimately such a generic rightful ruler returns from exile to depose tyrant affair, it would be nearly impossible to follow. Much is made of certain plot devices, e.g. a magic jade dragon staff that somehow allows the evil interloper to finally attack the peaceful island kingdom, that simply disappear later in the tale. Please subscribe the channel to see the fancy things. The editing doesn't help the continuity. The aforementioned staff is seen in close-ups, alternated with shots of a bunny running through the underbrush, to show, we eventually gather, that the wizard is ambushing a hunter as part of the invasion scheme. The schizophrenic editing serves the castle storming sequence well, at least, as the camera cuts from one individual melee to another and captures the chaos of battle. But even here, there are odd inserts, such as when an archer shoots a flying man out of the sky. Neither character was seen before that shot, and neither is seen after. The most jarring moment comes in the middle of the film, when one of the characters, who has taken time out for some martial training, suddenly starts popping into frame, high-kicking in front of a Chinese chessboard backdrop, then disappearing. We assume this expressionistic sequence means to stress the analogy between learning to fight and intellectual tactics. Please let us know what contents you want to see in our next videos in the comments section. But immediately afterwards, another set of characters stumble upon an actual game board set up in the middle of the wilderness, and when their evil imperial pursuers find them, the ensuing battle is a stylized kung fu chess hybrid. It's that kind of movie. The disdain for realism is amusing and refreshing, but it can also be frustrating and disorienting. Dragon's wild cast of characters include, among others, two princesses. Well, one is a fake princess who's also referred to as the Black Girl for reasons that are never explained, and an evil usurper who's given to highly inappropriate bouts of maniacal laughter. The chief bad guy is a wicked old wizard with a beard so long that he has a servant girl whose sole job is to carry it around for him 24 hours a day. But he's not even the weirdest character. Please subscribe the channel to see the fancy things. That honor goes to the comic relief, an effeminate dwarf with bizarre ponytails and a red nose who can turn invisibly, although we in the audience can see him perfectly well whenever he does. In the eyes of the filmmakers, of course, all of this plot and characterization was just necessary filler and carrier for the fight scenes. They are frequent and energetic and, Although they lack the athleticism you'd see in some of the better Shaw Brothers productions of the period, they should satisfy chop-socky fans. All in all, Kung Fu Dragon is a frantic, somewhat disorienting experience that should appeal to Gonzo martial arts fans. If you're not already a devotee of the genre, or if you require a plot that makes sense, you should stay far away. Please let us know which martial art actresses, fight scenes you want to see in the comments section